It is the Celtics and the Bucks, the Kyrie Irving-less Boston
This is
Celtics.
the worst matchup of the NBA playoffs because Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving are not playing.
Okay.
But
so you're saying upset, which makes it
Possibly.
not the worst upset, or not the worst matchup.
Possibly because we don't know what this Celtics team is going to bring to the table in the playoffs. I mentioned with Eric Spoelstra how there's certain coaches that bring 10 wins to the table every single year. Brad Stevens is one of those coaches. I think he's proven to be one of the best, if not maybe the best coach in all of basketball. He's going to win the Coach of the Year this year. There's no reason he shouldn't. This is a Celtics team that without the second best player in the whole team and Kyrie Irving, the best player in the whole team for 22 games, they went 55 and 27. They won 55 games without their two best players on the entire team and a bunch of randos.
The playoffs.
It is different in the playoffs, and that's been the problem for Brad Stevens in the past. If you go back and you look at his playoff success, it really revolved around Isaiah Thomas dominating people last year. But this year, he doesn't have Isaiah Thomas. He doesn't have Kyrie Irving, but he's got scary Terry. He is Terry Rozier, who I know, Tom, people question how good he might be. He has been the best backup point guard in the NBA this year. He's averaged 17 points per game since he started for Kyrie Irving. The team has had a decent record with Terry Rozier at point guard this year. He plays good defense. He's a great three-point shooter. He's the best end-of-half shooter in the NBA. He shoots 60% at the buzzer. So we'll have some pretty fun shots for him at the end of every game. But watch out for Terry Rozier. He's not someone you can just key off and let go. Eric Bledsoe is going to have his hands full with Terry Rozier. He's an aggressive player. He's a great rebounder as a point guard. This isn't the Celtics team that we wanted to see in the playoffs, but this is still a team that plays good defense and still a team that has an absurd amount of talent.
Over to the Bucks then, as it's really much the Giannis show.
It's Giannis.
In all reality.
I got to say this. This Bucks team should honestly kind of be ashamed of themselves. They have so much talent on this team, and they end up being the 7th seed. And you're right, their coaching has been a disaster. I called it. When they hired Jason Kidd to be the coach of this team, it made no sense to me. And it constantly proved me right that he just had no idea what to do with Giannis. And they finally figured it out at the end of the season. Put Giannis at center, surrounded with shooters, and let Jabari Parker facilitate in the middle of the floor. And that's what they finally started to doing towards the end of the year. Eric Bledsoe is a nice player. Jabari Parker has been decent enough since he's come back, but it's going to do a lot of what they're able to do on the defensive side of the ball. They're going to be able to score points, but I wonder what their defensive rotation is going to look like. And then on the other side, how is Jabari Parker going to affect this year? Because they've been waiting years and years for Jabari Parker to come back. Literally, he hasn't played in 2 seasons before this, and now he's looked pretty good since he's come back, but he is a very difficult matchup ahead of him. He's going to be matched up with the likes of Al Horford and Marcus Morris and Jayson Tatum and Aaron Baines, guys down low who are going to make it as difficult as possible for him to get open looks and for him to get to the bucket, which he likes to do. Look for Jabari Parker to be a little bit more of a facilitator rather than just a scorer.
All right, Harris, who you got, the Celtics or the Bucks, and in how many games?
I still have the Celtics. I'm taking them in 6. For the most part, that I still think people forget. I know Kyrie Irving is gone. I know Gordon Hayward is gone. This is the best defensive team in basketball. They still play great defense. They still have Al Horford. Jayson Tatum is fantastic, and Jaylen Brown has taken huge leaps forward this year. I just don't think the Bucks are well coached enough of a team to pull off an upset over a team that is so well coached. Sometimes in situations like this, and also, mind you, a lot of the players on the Celtics teams have been to the playoffs before and won playoff series. Bucks players, not so much.